Welcome back to High Stakes. Elevate your betting game by hitting that subscribe button and ensure you never miss out on our daily content. Want exclusive access to premium betting picks? Join our Patreon. Links are waiting for you in the comment section below. Stay ahead of the game with High Stakes. Vancouver Canucks versus Detroit Red Wings. The Vancouver Canucks come into this matchup with momentum, having won 3 of their last 4 games, including a thrilling 4-3 overtime victory against the Buffalo Sabres on Friday. Despite trailing 1-0 heading into the final period, Vancouver showed resilience by scoring 2 goals in the third to tie it up, and Connor Garland sealed the deal with his second goal of the game in OT. Goaltender Kevin Lankinen was solid, turning aside 31 shots to pick up his 11th win of the season. However, the Canucks were without top-pair defenseman Philip Hronek, who was sidelined due to an upper body injury sustained in their game against Pittsburgh earlier in the week. Offensively, Vancouver has been firing on all cylinders, netting 4 goals in 3 of their last 4 contests. The Detroit Red Wings, on the other hand, saw their 2-game winning streak come to an end with a 5-4 loss to the New Jersey Devils on Friday. Despite 4 different players getting on the score sheet, the Red Wings' defensive struggles, particularly on the penalty kill, were costly. New Jersey capitalized with 3 power play goals, and Cam Talbot, in his 500th career NHL game, allowed 5 goals on 29 shots. Before this loss, the Red Wings had been on a solid defensive run, allowing 2 goals or fewer in 4 consecutive games. Their road woes last season continued into this year, with Detroit struggling on the road, including dropping 5 of their last 8 games overall and 3 of their last 4 on the road. Vancouver's offensive firepower is a significant advantage, ranking in the top half of the league in goals scored per game, while Detroit lingers in the bottom half. The Canucks' scoring depth gives them the edge in this matchup, and their solid road record, 9-2-0, speaks to their ability to perform away from home. The Red Wings, conversely, have struggled to replicate their home success on the road. Defensively, both teams rank poorly in goals allowed, with Vancouver sitting at 23rd in the league in goals against per game. This sets the stage for a potentially high-scoring game, with both teams capable of lighting up the scoreboard. Vancouver has a tendency to go over the goal total in their road games, and with both teams lacking consistency on defense, a fast-paced, high-scoring affair seems likely. Pick Vancouver to win and the over on 6.5 goals. Prediction: over 6.5 goals. Montreal Canadiens versus Boston Bruins. The Montreal Canadiens are heading to Boston after a tough 4-3 loss to the New York Rangers on Saturday, marking their 3rd loss in the last 4 games. They're currently wrapping up a 3-game road trip with a 1-1-0 record. Despite their offensive efforts, Montreal has struggled heavily in their own end, ranking as the 4th worst team in the league in goals allowed. Their defensive issues are compounded by poor goaltending, as they sit with the 2nd worst save percentage in the NHL at .874. This combination has resulted in an average of 29.7 shots on net against them per game, making life difficult for their netminders. Caden Primo is expected to get the start in net for Montreal, with a subpar 4.37 GAA and .846 save percentage this season. His rookie season was slightly better with a 2.99 GAA and .910 save percentage, but Primo has yet to find consistent form this year. Montreal's defensive struggles are likely to be tested again, particularly against a Boston team that, while they've had some success against the Canadiens historically, is also in the midst of its own offensive issues. The Boston Bruins, fresh off a 2-1 loss to the Pittsburgh Penguins on Friday, have had their own problems generating offense this season. With just 2.32 goals per game, they sit 29th in the league in scoring, and a lack of shot production has hindered their chances. They are 26th in shots per game, 27.52, and rank 31st in shooting percentage at just 8.4%. Their power play has been even worse, dead last in the league at 12%. Despite their defensive strength, the Bruins' inability to score has become a growing concern, and it hasn't improved in recent games. Jeremy Swayman is likely to start for Boston, posting a 3.09 GAA and .892 save percentage this season. His play has been inconsistent, and although he had a strong 2023-24 campaign with a 2.53 GAA and .91 save percentage, he struggled in 2024-25. Boston's lack of offense, paired with Swayman's uncertainty in net, means this game could be closer than expected, especially with Montreal's ability to put up a fight despite their defensive woes. Montreal has shown resilience on the road, going 4-1 against the puck line as underdogs in their last 5 games. Boston, on the other hand, has a troubling 2-11 record against the puck line as home favorites this season, which suggests they may not cover the spread even if they win. The Canadiens' offense, though not spectacular, has been better than Boston's this season, and they should be able to keep this game close. Pick Montreal on the puck line, plus 1.5. Over, under prediction. With both teams struggling defensively and Montreal's tendency to go over on the road, I'm siding with the over at 6 goals. Montreal's defensive issues will likely allow Boston to score, but the Canadiens should keep up on the scoreboard as well. Final prediction: Montreal plus 1.5 goals and the over at 6 goals. Columbus Blue Jackets versus Chicago Blackhawks. The Columbus Blue Jackets come into this matchup after a strong 5-2 victory over the Calgary Flames. The offense has been firing on all cylinders recently, with 5 or more goals in 5 of their last 7 games. Columbus ranks 7th in the league for goals per game and 3rd in shots per game. Kirill Marchenko has been leading the charge with 23 points, while Sean Monahan is not far behind with 20. Zach Werenski has contributed both offensively and defensively with 24 points. Goaltender Elvis Merzlikins was solid in the Flames' victory, stopping 27 of 29 shots, improving his record to .752 with a 3.07 GAA and .893 SV percent. However, the Blue Jackets' defense remains a concern, ranking 29th in goals allowed per game, and their goaltending has been inconsistent. With the team giving up nearly 3 goals per game, they will need to tighten things up at the back if they're to challenge for any serious honors this season. On the other side, the Chicago Blackhawks are struggling to find offensive consistency. They lost 3-2 to the Minnesota Wild in their previous game, and they've scored 2 or fewer goals in 8 of their last 10 games. Chicago sits 30th in the league in both goals per game and shots per game. Despite this, Connor Bedard remains a bright spot, leading the team with 17 points. Petr Mrazek has been the go-to goalie for Chicago, sporting a .791 record with a 2.66 GAA and a .911 SV percent. The Blackhawks' defense hasn't been great either, ranking 12th in goals allowed per game and 27th in shots allowed, meaning they're giving up plenty of chances. Given Columbus' offensive firepower and Chicago's struggles to score, the Blue Jackets have the edge in this matchup. Columbus has been averaging well over 4 goals per game, and they'll look to continue this trend against a Blackhawks team that has had trouble stopping opponents. Pick Columbus Blue Jackets to win on the money line. Over, under prediction. Given both teams' defensive issues and Columbus' offensive prowess, this game is expected to be a higher scoring affair. The over is 7-1 in the last 10 meetings between these teams, and with Columbus' explosive offense and Chicago's inability to stop pucks, this game is likely to hit the over. Final prediction: Columbus Blue Jackets win and the over 6 goals.